Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone, or Friday afternoon. Come and say hello. Got my good old mocha. I have to have my morning mocha. How is everyone? Give it a couple of minutes before I start talking. Hope everyone is well. I'll just post my link in. Where's the link? Hi Z, how are you? Happy Friday. How's your week been? I'm just going to post it in my Facebook group that I'm live, see if anyone cares. Hope you had a good week. Oh, that's good. Has it gone fast for you? It's gone really fast for me. But the weeks I don't have my kids go so fast. The weeks I have them drags. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. I actually had a really good night's sleep last night. Doesn't that make a big difference? Hey, Grandma Moore, Christine. Christine, is it Christine or Christina? Welcome. Happy Friday to you. I'm just sorry. I'm just posting something on Facebook to say I'm live. See if anyone cares. I wish I could go live via Facebook, but every time I try, it says Facebook won't allow it, and I don't know whether it's just because of my Facebook status because it's a new page. But it's really annoying because StreamYard can connect to both, like YouTube and Facebook. That's what I want to do, but I don't know why it says, "Oh, Facebook can't do this yet." Sorry, I'll be with you in a sec. Yeah, it went really fast. I don't know if next week will go really fast though. Oh, I love Friday afternoons and Saturdays, but I know it's a horrible thing to say. It's just before you know it, it is Sunday, right? Oh, it's so depressing. I actually was speaking to one girl on my channel. I think it's a girl, it could be a guy, because you never know, right, by there. And she gave up, or he gave up, her full-time job, paying decent amount in Sydney, Australia, to do gig work because she was so stressed with her job. I feel like that a lot of the times. No network claiming next week's gonna go fast. Yes, that's the positive attitude. Oh my goodness. I should stop being so negative, right? I'm just a bit fed up with my normal job at the moment, to be honest with you. Just the targets, just the end. You get a placement and fill a job, and then as soon as that done, you're back to square one, gotta get to the next, and it's just such a hard gig at the moment. It's not enjoyable. But anyway, not on a bad note, not on a sad note. I'm gonna try and do a live tomorrow on the road, and I know I said I wouldn't, but I have my husband driving. I've got I haven't it hasn't arrived yet. It depends when it arrives. I've got a SIM card. They said it would come yesterday or today. And literally, I'm gonna give it a go, see how it goes. Grandma Moore, I honestly how do you do your lives on your own while I know you've got 2 phones, right? Because 'Cause I've got an extra spare phone, although it's not the best. It's my son's old phone, so it's like an iPhone 10, so it might be really glitchy and might not work out well. So anyway, I've got 2 phones now, and I've got a spare SIM that's on the way. I only organised it yesterday, so whether it'll be here by tomorrow, but I was hoping to do a live on the road tomorrow. And I know you do yours every Monday. I think it's normally when I'm asleep, Grandmama. But yeah, so I'm kind of a bit anxious about it. What happens? What happens if? What happens if this happens? Or maybe the internet will be crap and drop out. I mean, and then my husband starts going, "Oh, do you know how like, stop asking me questions. I'll take it as it comes. Don't stress me out." And I told him because he's got really bad language and he gets really angry in traffic. I'm like, "Can you just watch your mouth?" But yeah. Yeah, you understand. You go to the next goal. And it's like I've been like this for 3 years now. And the first 2 years, it was pretty easy money, to be honest with you. The market was great. Maybe it was just post-COVID and everyone was wanting agencies to fill their roles. But this last 12 months has been super, super challenging. And then candidates pull out, and then there goes your placement, and there goes your target, and then I haven't been hitting target. I mean, I've been making some targets, but it's just so hard, and I think my targets are unrealistic for the industry and the market. But, oh, you haven't been lately because you've been shopping. What, shopping for orders? You could take your spare phone in with you while you're shopping, or is that just too hard? I find it even hard, like last night, I recorded and it was dark, obviously, and just trying to manage. I mean, luckily, I've got my GoPro on my chest, but trying to manage my phone, my torch, because no one leaves lights on, the food, and that's hard enough, never mind with a spare phone as well. So I might be like that tomorrow. I'm just like, I'm so used to, just you get used to, don't you, just dealing with certain things, and then all of a sudden you've got an extra thing to actually have to hold, like a torch or an extra phone, and don't stress about it. If it works, it works. If not, cut it short. Yep, that's a great advice. And the SIM card I got, the plan, I can cancel anytime, so that's good. Um, it is. Oh yeah, burnout, and that's what this viewer said. I'm going to say viewer because I don't want to say he or she because they don't have a name. They have something different, but he or she was saying, like, now she does gig work, and while she doesn't make the money she was on, and she was in aged care too, but completely different. I think she actually worked in aged care, not as a actual recruiter. But I love hearing stories like that because it gives me hope. Okay, not that I want to do gig work full time, but she makes enough to be comfortable and to, and I know, Christine, don't you do this full time too? And I'm like, could I manage it? Like, I don't know. It would be full on, but I just hate the stress. And that's why she did it. She couldn't take the stress anymore. And now she's flexible. She gets up when she wants. She goes out when she wants, or the viewer wants. Just in case he or she's watching the replay, you'll have to let me know whether you're he or she. Not that it matters. But anyway, the viewer. Yeah, and I was like, "Well, do you wanna come on my channel and have a chat?" And, like, I could invite her and get her on stage. Now I know I can do that. I said, "You don't have to be on camera. Let's just have a chat. Like, let us know." Because let's face it, most jobs these days are so stressful. But then, and she says, or he says, the only thing they have to worry about is whether the order's cold or they get to A and B on time, which is so less stress than what she was in aged care, or he. Yeah, the market, oh, the market, and people are burning out. It and I feel like that, and obviously I've got my Vegas trip coming up soon, and I'm almost made to feel guilty about my upcoming holiday that I've booked for about, what, I think I booked it September, October time by my job. Like, just comments about Vegas and how long are you gonna be off? And I've taken an extra few days after Vegas, so I'm already gone 10 days, and I'm gonna be gone, um, I've asked for an extra 4 days after Vegas, working days, because my brother arrives from the UK, and also I wanna unwind. There's nothing worse than coming back from holiday and then having to jump straight into work. It's already depressing that you've come back off holiday, never mind jumping straight. So I took an extra few days, but it's almost like I've been made to feel guilty about that. Like, like, so how long are you gone again? Oh, I'm gone for just over 2 weeks. How long are you in Vegas for? What does it matter? Like, anyway, be careful what I say because you never know who could see this. And But hey, it is what it is. I'm just over being, I'm allowed a holiday, I'm allowed a break, I'm allowed a public holiday. You've give part-time working 3 days in my career, and each time it's been better work. But yeah, exactly. Like I know there's some countries where they have Fridays off, and a 4-day working week would be amazing. But 3 days, oh, that's what I'm aiming for. I'm manifesting that shit. Morning, Morris. There's us talking about giving up our jobs or part time, and the man of leisure himself turns up. uh, but but to be fair, Morris, like you have worked hard for most of your life, and good for you. You deserve it. So I'm not, I'm not having a, I'm not having a dig. Don't think I am. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Grandmama. I was just saying that. Oh my god, I was just saying the same thing about Vegas, and then you said that. Honestly, if it comes to it, I'm not playing these guilt trips. I'm not playing these guilt trips. My holiday's been planned for a while. I don't know how long your holiday in Russia was planned, but everyone is allowed some time off, and that's what annual leave's for. I get 4 weeks a year and take it as unpaid if I've had too many. But I am really getting fed up with the long story short, we've got this new client that's come on board. Well, they came on 6 months ago, and all of a sudden, apparently, they might take off when I go to Vegas. That's not my problem. I've been waiting for them to give me work for 6 months. Anyway, I will digress and be careful what I say. Love my job, I really do, but there's times when I hate it. You feel our generation sees this over the course of my career. I've seen the job expectations grow while the number of people and the pay are not. Yeah, 100%. And I almost feel like it doesn't matter what you give your boss or your like. I mean, my boss is the owner of the company anyway, but I feel that they want more and more. And like with the market the way it is, you should be grateful or glad that I'm getting what I can. Um, it is such a tough industry. It's really hard going, and I don't enjoy that waking up on Mondays or even Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays going, "Oh god, who's gonna reject my calls today? Who's gonna pull out of a job? Who's not gonna." It's yeah, it is a hard gig, really is. You have every day off. Yes, we know, Maurice. How's the DoorDash going? Have you started Uber yet? Have you started it? Did it come through? I told you Uber will take forever. Uber will work will just keep you going until, about and then you'll give up on Uber, and then all of a sudden you'll get a, "Oh, you can now go live on Uber." That's what happened to me. I was getting so frustrated. The customer service is so crap at Uber, and I was getting pushed around, and they were saying my one document wasn't working. I was like, that's my married name, and my passport is in my maiden name. Well, not even my old name. I don't have to change my passport. Like, as long as I travel in that name, it doesn't matter if it doesn't match. I think it didn't match my car insurance, or I can't remember, but it didn't match. And they made my life hell for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then finally they just said, "Yeah, we approve." I gave up in the end. No, I wasn't digging. We'll be there one day. We're manifesting that. Even if I can go 3 days a week, that's what I'm manifesting. 3 days a week, gig work on the side, and just have some fun. Z saying hello, and Maurice is saying, so we're a family here, family of friends. I've always looked at it as exercise. Once you look at it as a job, it's time to move on. Yeah. Yes, that might be the case. Just want to get through to this Vegas trip first before I even make any harsh decisions, because it is a big deal, especially when you got a huge mortgage. It's quite stressful, really is. I kind of had a meltdown at my husband last night. Well, it was yesterday afternoon, and I was like, if we didn't have a huge mortgage and we didn't, then I could just, go and work at the local coffee club and not have a stressful job. And you could be local and you wouldn't have to drive interstate, because I never see my husband apart from Fridays to Sundays, when he's home. And I was like, it'd be so good. And then I always manifest that I'm going to win the lottery. And I play the lottery 3 times a week. I spend about $100 on the lottery. Same numbers every week. And I said, "I'm gonna win the lottery." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I said, "No, I'm gonna win." I'm probably full of shit. I read a few manifestation stuff, and I'm just putting it out there to universe. I'm gonna win. When it will be, I don't know. And hopefully it's not just gonna be like $20 like I do most times. Um, but anyway, I had a meltdown. Yeah, exactly. I do feel sorry for the kids today. I really do. My kids, my son's 16, my daughter's 13. And just even the fact they couldn't even afford to get their own house. Like, how are they going to? Like, house prices are ridiculous. Um, they'll be living with us for the rest of their life. Luckily, we do have a bit of land, and worst case, we could eventually look at putting an extra house on the property if we wanted to, but obviously that would cost a lot. We've got a massive shed that eventually we could renovate and put into like an Airbnb for them or something like that. So I don't know. And we've also got the granny flat attached to the house where my mother lives. And obviously, I mean, she's still fit and healthy, but one day, she's 73 now. We'll have that spare option, I guess. And my brother's coming over, so I'm excited about that. And that was one reason why I'm having a few days off after that, because I'm sponsoring him. And it'll be nice just to unwind after Vegas rather than jumping straight back into the job. So I come back on a Friday for work. It's like one day and then I've got the weekend. I mean, isn't that bad? I'm sure that triggers them. I really do. I think I will stick at DoorDash for a while. I've been so flat out. It's crazy. Oh, God. Good for you. I think I did DoorDash for 2 months before I did Uber. But I was sick of the waiting times. But don't forget, I have to go out a certain time and get back from my day job. I suppose if I had all day or nights to go out, I mean, do you do nights? Because obviously, if you do nights with DoorDash, they're generally good. Although we had DoorDash on last night and they were not giving us anything, which is surprising. Oh, we got one job, but Uber were running really good quests. And don't discount Uber, Morris, because their quests do add up. And whilst don't chase those quests, they do definitely add up. And last night we got a few quest bonuses without even realizing they were running, and it really did bump things up because DoorDash was quiet. I guess it depends on your area what DoorDash is like. Yes, we are family, big happy family. But unlike family, like we can choose, okay? Your time off, you can choose. I found the come back one day thing. I mean, sometimes you have to, right? Normally, like after the Maldives last year, can't believe it's been over a year since I've been back from the Maldives. I think we got back on, I think it was a Monday, and I was back to work by the Wednesday. Oh, it was terrible. And just because I spent 2 years planning my wedding, and the excitement and the lead up to it, and it was so busy, then all of a sudden, okay, it's all over. What have I got to do now? but now YouTube seems to take over my life. Honestly, if it's not filming, it's editing. If it's not editing, it's doing these lives. My husband goes, "Well, are you canceling tomorrow's live, meaning today, because I'm doing a live on the road tomorrow?" I was like, "No way. Different people might join tomorrow. It's completely different. It's not the same. Plus, I don't know if I'll get my SIM card for tomorrow to be able to do it anyway, my spare SIM, so we'll see." All 4 of us stayed at home until 20s, which is all good. Once they're gone, it's gone. Yeah, although I did that, I moved out at 18 to go to uni, went round the world after that, and then came home and lived with mom and dad for about 3 years until we decided to move over here. My husband and I moved over here for if we were gonna have kids, we decided it was a better lifestyle, so we moved over here, and obviously eventually we got divorced, which is fine, got 2 kids out of it and got an Australian citizenship. That was never my goal, and we didn't divorce until, like, 10 years into our marriage or something crazy. It wasn't like, "Oh, I've got my visa now. I'm staying. See you later." It definitely didn't happen like that. It was just it happened, and then, life happens in funny ways, right? Life is too short to have a stressful job. Oh, 100%. And, like, it's not good for your anxiety, your blood pressure, your mental health. Yeah. There's days where I could just lay in bed and, like, well, not even lay in bed, but get up, you have a bad day at work or a bad morning, you're like, "I just wanna go back to bed," to be honest with you. It's just terrible. But then I was saying to this other viewer who's doing it full time, I don't think DoorDash or Uber Eats would pay, or it would nowhere near cover what I'm earning, because I'm on a good salary and I get commission, and I don't they're not who pays for your super? I mean, you guys probably don't get super over there, and take out your tax for DoorDash and Uber Eats, so that takes a big chunk of your money. You've only been doing the days. How many hours a day are you doing, and what are you earning? Be interesting to know what you're doing down there. Like, is it an 8-hour day, or is it just 3 hours, 5 hours? Yes, we all agree having a stressful job is not worth it. And, like, did they just not let you go to, like, Russia, or they were just upset? That's terrible. It's super cool that you've been to Russia. Not many people can say that, hey? My cousin used to go and live in Russia for a while because she did Russian at uni, Russian and German, and she was fluent in both, and she went to live in Germany and Russia. Um, I was like, "Wow." I think I've had a great area, average 200 a day, just not so. And yeah, but how many hours is that? Like, for $200, are you doing, like, so 30, 60, 90, 120? So you're doing about 7 hours a day? Mm. What's that, grandmama? A couple of times. Oh, to Russia. Oh, nice. Is it expensive to go to Russia from the US? I bet you there would be lots of, like, restrictions, and, like, even us getting into the US is hard. We had to fill out this form, which visa, I should say, not a form, but it was a massive interrogation. They wanna know your social media presence, your history, your family names, all this stuff. Have you ever traveled to certain countries? I think it was like Iraq, Iran, all these countries, in the last so many it's crazy, it makes you paranoid, like, "Oh my god." I mean, it's good that you have that security, and Australia, to be honest with you, getting in Australia is pretty full on, like our, border controls. They will check, like, that you're not bringing any harmful, deadly, foods or items in, and I don't know, we have a show called Border Control, and they're at the airports, and they're literally checking everyone's luggage, and a lot of people from, I guess, the islands like Fiji, and they bring all this food and stuff that is prohibited. I can't even say that word, but it's banned, and they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to bring it in, and they do. And if you don't declare it, you get into big trouble. I remember once my mom went to the UK, and that some of their stuff's really cheaper over there than over here. And I wanted this stuff for the dogs. And it was ages ago. It was my old dog, and it's called Kong. I don't know if you've heard of Kong, but they do like this like paste that you put in your Kong. Over here, it's really expensive, but in the UK, it's really cheap. And I was like, "Can you get a couple of that?" So she bought it in, and she got she got basically it searched at the airport and basically taken off her. So yeah, it's really crazy. Oh, wow, 30 hours? And are you aiming for 30 hours a week? What's your goal? Um, Although give it time, because DoorDash started off busy for me and then it died. Although I don't accept every job, and that's probably my problem because I'm not, I think I don't even know what status I'm at. Maybe gold. I don't even care about DoorDash. I love Uber. I love the fact that I'm not under pressure to cancel jobs. Give me Uber over DoorDash any day. DoorDash pays better, but the amount of times you wait around for DoorDash, and also they're like your boss. They go into boss mode. Um, I hate it. I hate DoorDash for that reason. Telling you like the end of your shift. Like last night, I turned it off, and it was like it tells you you're braking, like you've been braking too hard. And my husband's a bit of an aggressive driver. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, that goes. But even still, it's none of your business as long as I deliver the food to the right place. I can't stand that about DoorDash. I can't stand the fact that they guilt you into taking jobs. If you decline a job, um, I hate it. But as Uber, you've got that flexibility. They just keep giving you more jobs, and you can pick and choose. And all the Oh, you've watched Border Control thanks to YouTube. Yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So incredible what people try and take in. It's funny, I never do anything like they do on these shows, but I always feel guilty as if I'm doing so wrong. I hate that about me. I'm just like, "Oh, there's one of the sniffer dogs. They're gonna pull me over. Maybe I've got, like, maybe I left some food in my bag," or but it's the people carrying drugs or all sorts of, and they don't give a crap. They just walk in and walk out like they just maybe they do care. You have to bring certain foods to my daughter. I was going to tell them I was doing a cooking show. You're driving. Oh, you're working, Christine. Sorry. Thank you for joining us while you're working or you're driving. I haven't been to your channel yet lately in the last few days. Sorry, Grandmama. I've been super, super busy, and just like, honestly, I think other YouTubers can probably be your worst viewers. I mean, it's helpful, and don't get me wrong, but like, I'll subscribe to people's channels, but it's just trying to have the time to actually watch the videos. And I feel like the worst, subscriber to other YouTubers sometimes because I just don't have the time, and then I feel guilty. And but I like to be able to, when I can watch other people's videos, that I do actually watch it, you know what I mean? I'm not just like leaving a comment and then going, because I know that screws up your view time so much. If you look at your view time and then it's down, oh, that really annoys me. Or if a video's 10 out of 10, that still gets to me every time. You know, when you think you've got a good video and you put it out there and it's got like a 10 out of 10, and it's really depressing, but then a video that you think isn't that great gets a 1 out of 10, you're like, YouTube, I have no idea what you do or how you do it, but then you think you've got a good video and it flops. Or you get people unsubscribe from it and you're like, did I say anything bad in my video to make people unsubscribe? But it's just, yeah, I can't remember what we were saying, but you're the same. What was that for? Z, remind me. Yeah, lately I've been like forgetting things and I'm starting to wonder whether am I getting dementia or Alzheimer's? I know that's a bit like hypochondriac, but like I've been doing things. I don't know whether it's I've got so much on my mind, so much going on, like my normal job, the kids, this, and you know, trying to be a mom, trying to clean the house, trying to do that. I've I like and I start saying to my husband, I forgot something and I went in a room or I did something and it's happened a few times. And when you feel that you how do you know if you're starting to lose your like mind and memory? Like I'm getting like there's certain things like, you put something down somewhere and you can't remember where you put it, or I wonder if there's stuff you can do to increase your memory, like to improve that kind of thing. But yeah, I was like starting to in the last few weeks worry about that. Like, just and I said to my mom, like, how do you know when it's a problem? She goes, oh, you forget your name. I was like, well, I haven't forgot my name yet. Oh dear. Oh, you love it. Well, that's good. I mean, you were really unhappy at work and I get it. And I'm glad that you're enjoying it. And I hope it continues, I really do. But honestly, try and get onto Uber too so you have the flexibility. But if you're making enough from DoorDash, then just keep doing. Oh, so you're paranoid, so that's what you mean. You're the same, yeah, at customs. Oh yeah, crime reality shows. Has anyone watched Ozarks or whatever they call it? That's what we're watching at the moment. We finished Blacklist a few weeks ago now. Love Blacklist. Love the actor in Blacklist. He's called Reddington. Love him. He's got to be one of the best actors. But now we're watching Ozarks. It's kind of like Breaking Bad. I think it's because I've been lied to before in life situation and got in trouble based on lies, and I was completely innocent. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. I'm just such an honest person that like even my old work wife, we still talk all the time. She's lovely, but we've worked together for like 7, 8 years and we've always been in aged care together. And she's like, Nick, you're so honest, you can't lie even if you tried. And you know, I find it hard to like bullshit in meetings. I can't do it. Like I'm just an open book and I guess some people are different. Some people can lie and pretend that they can talk the talk but at least, like actions speak louder than words in my opinion. Yeah, I know. Like when do you start getting worried about that shit? I mean, it's not in the family history, but I don't think that matters really. But yeah, I was like, keep an eye on that. I think that's one of my biggest fears, other than getting cancer or something like that, is losing my memory because I'd rather I don't know. In some ways, I think I'd rather, I know this is a bit depressing, but live a long to your old, like live big life, or grow to your older, really old, but not have your memory, or not live as long but have your full memory. Like, oh no, you're over here smiling because I'm the same. I'm stuck at lying and even surprise someone. It's hard to buy a gift and I have to wait to give it. Yeah, I give away that too. Like I just like give gifts away early because I'm like, oh, I guess I can't keep a secret anymore, and I can't. See, we might be quite alike. Hey, I've been dieting this week too. I started on Monday. Oh, I even hate the word diet. And I'm not gonna weigh myself till Monday, and I'm doing, like, I don't know, did you watch the live on Tuesday, the repeat Z? Anyway, I know Maurice did, but, like, I was saying how I'm doing, like, I guess, like, a diary thing for YouTube, but I'm not gonna put it out there until I know I've actually lost weight. I'm gonna give it at least 6 to 8 weeks, and I'll put it out there as one, like, vlog. Because I'm so sick of putting weight loss content out there. And then next week, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm doing something different now. Oh, I've gained weight. I'm going to go offline. And that's the problem when you put it on YouTube. You have to either commit or not. And like, I'm just so terrible at diets. But I've had a really good, strong start to the week. I don't think it's been perfect, but diets aren't supposed to be perfect. Okay, Maurice, what have you said? I've had cancer and it's simple. You live or die. My mother had early dementia, and that's the most horrible disease to get to the point of not knowing your children. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I love your attitude. Like you live or you die, and you obviously live, so well done. And that must have been, was it not scary for you? Maybe I should start thinking like you. Yeah. Like I've actually when I worked in aged care before I went into recruitment, I was in I was like the office manager of an aged care home, and sometimes we'd have to go and talk to the nurses on the floor and ask them if they could do a double shift or could they work a different shift. Anyway, sometimes we'd have to go down to the dementia wing, and oh, they call them memory wards now. It was so sad and also quite scary because they can get quite aggressive. And I just didn't like going in there. It was just like you have to be a certain kind of person to actually work in dementia wings. Like, you have to be really like I've seen some nurses that are so amazing, and I'm like, they handle these situations really well. I couldn't just not one of those people. I think I got chocolate there for my coffee. Yeah, we're really glad you beat that, and so many people don't. My dad died of cancer, actually. Um, he, died when he was 58. It was in 2008. I'd only just moved to Australia, like moved my life to Australia, and I think we moved in August 2007. He died January 2008 from they're still not sure whether it was kidney cancer or lung cancer. He had both. They weren't sure which one came first, but they didn't catch it in time. And to be honest with you, I think kidney cancer, like you don't really it's one of those cancers. My godfather died of brain cancer about 3, 4 years ago now. That was sad. He was like a second father to me. So, um, but yeah, when dad got cancer, he literally found out and told us, I think it was like in the November. They said, oh, it's only lymphoma. He'll be fine. That's what the doctor told him in the NHS in the UK. We didn't worry because the way my dad spoke to me, the doctor seemed like it was fine. And then he got really sick at Christmas of 2007, like really sick. And it was like when they used to have those super viruses. I can't remember what it was called, but in the hospitals, like it would be like really bad, like a virus that you get from being around sick people. And he thought he had that, and he was in hospital for a couple of weeks. He went home and literally went back into hospital, and they did biopsy, and they told us they were doing a biopsy on the Friday, or on the Friday they did the biopsy, and they said, "Oh," they phoned me. I was in Australia. I remember it like clear as day. It was a Friday night. I was on my way back from my job, which I worked for lawyers at the time as a receptionist. It was one of my first jobs in Australia. I think it was my first job in Australia. And I was on my way back, and I got this call saying, "Oh, we just had the biopsy, and like I've got weeks left to live. You can either come over now and say goodbye." So we booked a flight for that Sunday, so 2 days later, and I got a call that Sunday afternoon just before we flew out, and that he'd passed away. It was that aggressive, sad, but, um, yeah, 100 I mean, I do. I think to a certain point, like, if you find it early enough and you can deal with it, but I think depending on the cancer too. Mm, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think also my dad was a bit like that though. When you're dead, you're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. Like literally live your life and stop worrying about all those things. Uh, I mean, I can talk about it now, but gee, back in especially just relocating to Australia, you feel guilty, don't you? Like, oh, but life has a funny way of working out, doesn't it? But thanks thee. Anyway, I always say I'd rather have a great dad for, I think I was 28 at the time. It was just before I had my son. So I was 28, 29 when he passed. I always say I'd rather have a great dad for 28 years of my life than a shit dad for like 60 years of my life. Like my husband's dad, never been in contact with him in the last 20 years, 25 years. Like terrible. Like who does that? He left when he was 2 and doesn't hear off him. Like maybe every 15 years he gets a message. Like terrible. I'd rather have that. So you looked at it as good with all the surgery I had. Wasn't supposed to be able to have children. Ended up with a beautiful daughter within a year. Wow, it's amazing. I love that. You hear about so many stories like that. Like you can't have kids because of this, and then they end up. So that is really nice to know. Yeah, it's really is hard on the people around you rather than that's like dementia. They don't know what's going on, someone with dementia, but the people around you does. I get my signage on Tuesday for my car. So I'm excited about that, but I'm also nervous. Is it really weird that it's really nervous? Because I'm nervous that I'm gonna like the other day I nearly had a crash and it was my fault. I pulled in front of someone. It was a shitty like exit. Like you couldn't see and someone came out of nowhere and I didn't see it. So it was my fault. But I'm worried, God, I'm glad I didn't have my signage there because I'll probably get someone to abuse me on my channel. Oh dear. I mean, I could always block them, I guess. But yeah, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about it because it was like that when I first started having my GoPro chesty on I used to always worry about what people think. Now I just walk into a restaurant and I don't give a crap. Oh, you're like, you know what? Like, they can look at me funny. They can wonder what am I doing. And I've got so much more confident now for doing that. So yeah, even like last night, like yeah, people do look at you funny with a camera, but I just don't care. Like, you know what? You can look funny all you like. You can whisper about me. I just don't care. I am getting better at that. And helping that book, Let Them, is helping. Yeah, yes. Some good stories, Maurice. Should write a book, life book about Maurice. So, are you going out today, Maurice? Have you experienced a Saturday? Because I found Saturdays lately are one of the quieter days. It's raining here right now. The weather keeps going from non-raining to raining. It doesn't know what it wants to do. Then it gets hot, even though we're heading into winter. We're probably, what is it, the 1st of June, winter? June, July, August. I think so. So we're heading into winter now. And it just doesn't. One minute I've got the aircon on, the next minute I've got 2 jumpers on. If it rains and then it gets warm, stuff them. Just like it. If you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters. It's just remembering 10 minutes later they will be looking at someone. 100% they'll probably see me again, most likely, especially if they're like the service people that behind in the restaurants. But yeah, like they forget about me. And like I said, I always watch London Eats, and he's got it on his chin, on his helmet. because he drives a moped, a scooter, and he doesn't care. He's been doing it for years. But I don't know if that isn't so suspicious when you got it on your mouthpiece here on a helmet. Like, they probably don't, they probably just think that's part of your helmet maybe. Whereas a chesty on your chest, it's quite obvious. You might have to make a trip to Australia to be able to meet Nick and Morris. The Nick and Morris show. We'd love you to come. Although we are completely in opposite ends of Australia, Z. But no, we'd love to meet you. It'd be so cool. You could come on a ride on with me, a ride along, see what it's like. Like that guy in America, is he English and he takes celebrities around in the car? Can't think of his name. And he like chats to them while he's driving around. That's pretty cool. Ah, no, it's really good to hear your stories, Maurice, because you've got that experience. Have you always lived in Australia? I didn't realize we had one until I was looking at it. What's that mean? Sorry. Did I miss something there? Yeah, give you an excuse to stay longer. Oh dear. And you get more money for your dollar over there, so you'd be all right. Me going over there, it's a shame you're not near Vegas there. You could come up and meet me in Vegas. Maybe I'll come to Florida. I know my husband wants to go to Florida because there's some car shows. He's obsessed about cars. Um, I know Florida's massive too, hey? But, it's a shame. How many days to Vegas now? It must be 50 something. I might Google that. I'm so excited. How many days until the 16th of July? 60 days today. Wow. How many weeks? How many weeks have I got to lose some weight? I think that's what's spurring. So 8 weeks and 4 days. That's spurring me on the most, knowing that I don't want to go to Vegas and then be like, at the moment, I've still not got my honeymoon weight off. I don't want to come back from Vegas and then be even heavier. Jeez. Oh, the camera on the London guy. Have you checked his channel? Have you checked his channel out, London Eats? Oh my god, I want to meet that guy. He's so normal. Like, he's just like so down to earth and I just love his content. Maybe I'm his biggest fan. Go to London, yes, that's it. James Corden chat with celebrities in the car. That will be me. Like, but I take people with me. Door dashing, Uber Eats, come along and dash with Nick. Can you imagine if I took celebrities with me? They're like, yeah, we don't want to go door dashing. That's boring. But yeah, I used to watch him all the time. I don't know if he still does it. Um, he's so funny too, doesn't he? And he sings with them. Oh god, there's one thing I wouldn't do, sing to them. Oh yeah, that's right. You're in the Navy. You've seen some stuff then. My mom's dad was in the Navy in World War II. His ship got bombed a few times by the Japanese, and he survived, and he ended up, I've probably told this story many times, he ended up getting the honor award from the king at the time before Queen Elizabeth II. But yeah, he was in the Navy. Back then, though, you didn't have a choice. You just got told you're going to war. Pretty sad, really. Oh, so have you lived around a lot of parts of America, Z? Do you find Florida the best place? The Panhandle. Which is the Panhandle? Ugh. Yeah, big shout out to London Eats. I just need him to, like, mention my channel on one of his videos. That would be a game changer, wouldn't it? He did give a shout out to a load of channels on I'm talking 6 months ago, and, he really did, like, increase their channel views. There's one guy called Auto Hustles. He's really good to watch too, but he gave him a shout out, and he, like, literally went from, I don't know, let's say 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers overnight. Check him out too. He's pretty cool. He's a bit different. He's in a car. And I was thinking about doing what he does. He also has a headpiece for his camera, and he chats a lot while he's driving. Um, and I was thinking, well, I might do that. That might be a bit more engaging because I can't chat when it's on my chesty, and I have two cameras anyway. I have my Insta and my GoPro, so I could put one on my head and just take the head strap off when I go into the restaurants because that's embarrassing. Not going in with a head strap on my head. Now that would make me look like a fool. Also, they're nicer to you now. I tried to get into the police force and they wouldn't have me. This was back in the UK because I had asthma. I'm sure they've changed that now, like asthma. But I really wanted to be a cop and I was going to go in as a graduate and like progress that way. My friend did that. She went into the army and now she's like she's really high up in the army now. Like I don't know if she's a general mate. No, she's a general major maybe. But we went to uni together. Older Hustles, check him out. He's really good too, but he's a bit flaky in how much content he puts out. Like I think these YouTubers that are great, they do really good content, but then they don't put videos out and go for like like he can go 3 or 4 weeks without putting a video out there. You need to be consistent. And he's got such a good following. It's like, why wouldn't you? It's such a waste. I'd give anything to have the viewership he has and the subscriber base and the viewership he has, and just to not put videos out. And I know he had car problems recently, which is fine, but there's times when he didn't have car problems and he'd be really, yeah, just up north and Florida Panhandle's at the top of the state on the left. Ah, so literally near the other states. Yeah, have a look at him. He's really good. There's also London Hustle. Pretty similar to London Eats. I do prefer London Eats. London Hustle is good to watch too, though. They're pretty similar. You could see me as I could see you as yeah, I remember when we used to live in uni and I used to be such a straight-laced. I mean, I'm still pretty straight-laced to be honest with you, but the guys below me, we lived in like a 10-bedroom house. They'd always do drugs. And the smell that came up to my bedroom because I lived above them and I used to go down and go, "Oh, no, you shouldn't be doing that." Uh, oh dear. But I did want to be a cop. But now I do think they've got one of the riskiest jobs out there. You hear about cops dying all the time, and it is a dangerous job. But then so is doing Uber Eats or DoorDash, you know? You can get hit by another car or You actually think that's the key. People get invested in watching you. It's like you. I love putting out regular. It's like I love you putting out regular and look forward to it. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's why you have a schedule and consistency is like anything in life, isn't it? It's like weight loss. It's like everything. If you're not consistent, then but he still gets like 15,000 views per video or 13 to 15,000 views per video, even if he's been offline for a month. And it's because London Eats gave him a shout out once. I'm not saying his content isn't good, his content's really good. But I'd be putting 2 videos out a week if I was him. And I know he does gig work full time, that's his job. And he does say it takes him like 12 hours to edit a video. I get that. I get how time consuming it is. But he could make some really serious money if he put some effort into it. I don't know. It's just it really frustrates me. I mean, I've got a full-time job, kids, and I manage 3 videos a week. So how are these guys saying they can't do it? I don't understand. But yeah, London Eats, he's got a schedule. I think he does 2 or 3 videos a week. London Hustle's the same. I'm just not a random person. I'm not one of those YouTubers that will just randomly. I mean, I did put a random one up this week when I did a tutorial one, but that's just more like I just was thinking about it at the time. But I like the actual main videos are going to be scheduled. There's going to be some times where I have less videos because obviously life gets in the way. I'm going to Vegas. And that's why I'm trying to film ahead so that when I go to Vegas, like, I'm kind of already got videos there in the background. That's a good thing. You can schedule videos. So you don't have to, he could do 3 or 4 videos in 1 week and then take a week to schedule them and spread them out like once a week. It's not rocket science. It really isn't, Detective Nick. Yeah. And then they turned me down because I had asthma. I was like, well, bye. I'll go traveling the world. And that's what I did. I don't know what I wanted to do as a child, to be honest with you. I always think about that. I think I wanted to be a vet because I really loved animals. But then I think I didn't want to be like, okay, I couldn't put animals down, or like every time I go to the vet, I think if I was one of those vets, I'd cry every time. It's really sad. But yeah, no. And then when I went to university, I was like, I wanted to do something with my degree in graduate. So if you had a degree, you could just be a graduate entry. And I thought, oh, being in the police force, be good, grow, progress. And that's what I really wanted to do for like several years. And I was like, no, they said no to me. So I was like, oh. And now I just want to be a YouTuber. A millionaire YouTuber, or win the lottery and do YouTube as just some fun and side hustle. Oh dear, doesn't life change? God, no way would I want to do the police now. It's just too scary out there. Can you imagine the amount of druggies and doped up people they have to deal with, like frightening situations day to day? Nah, couldn't do that. Um, but yeah, talking about vets and being a vet, we took our dogs to the vet last Saturday, and he's got this lump on his groin, uh, and he needs to get this lump removed, and they say it's a blood cancer. They said they don't think it's anything major. It's just, whatever. It needs to be removed. Otherwise, if he keeps knocking it, it will just keep bleeding. We asked our pet insurance if they would cover it because it's $2,500 we need to pay for it. And they've come back and said no because it's a pre-existing injury, but it's not. He had a rash on his groin 2 years ago, and they're trying to use that as the same thing. We're like, it's not the same thing, so we're protesting it. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've got 30 days until I hear back, but I was like, well, I might as well cancel then. What's the point of insuring an old dog that you're just gonna find ways to get out of? You just had a quick squeeze at his channel. Straight away, I see no negative titles. So many YouTubers have it, and it just turns me off. Have a look at it. When you say negative titles, what do you mean like that? Give me an example. Is that something I do? A negative title? I must admit, like, if I do a title that is something like, "Oh, this is the reason it made me want to quit," or, "Uh, I can't get my door dashing platinum status back," or "Customer complaint that made me wanna quit." Those kind of get me so many more subscribers and views. It's crazy, but you don't wanna keep going down that route of complaining. But drama videos and titles are the ones that get you the views. Otherwise, I just get 200 views, 300 views. So, I I don't know what I'd do different. Maybe I would have started in recruitment as a graduate, like learnt the hard way, being a resourcer, because there's so much money in recruitment, and I probably would have maybe done that and started off really early. Maybe that would be the way. Or even started YouTube when it first came out, because, people that started when YouTube first came out and progressed and grown, they're doing really well now. So many things you could think about, hey, Um, but yeah, there's so many life skills. I probably wouldn't have stressed about getting a degree. Like that was probably pointless. I mean, it was fun. We had a laugh, got a lot of experience, but did it help me in life? Probably not. But no one will look at you. Oh dear, so funny. So funny. Um, yeah, exactly. It's a rash, not a lump. And I didn't even realize at first that that's what they're on about. It wasn't until I phoned up to cancel and I spoke to this really good guy and I said, "Look, I'm phoning up to cancel. I'm paying, well, between them, I think I pay $120 a month. And I think my younger dog's only like $40 of that, which are fine. I'll keep him insured because younger dogs don't have any pre-existing, injuries, or, whereas we only insured them last year when my second dog was, a few months old. So my older dog's obviously got lots of pre-existing things that he's had over the time. And I was like, I don't know, like I just want to cancel. I'm paying all this money that I could save $80 a month towards this surgery now that I've got to find $2,500 for. And they're like, "Oh, let me look into that." And then he read it out and he says, "Oh, so he had a rash in 2023." And I was like, and it was like a light bulb moment. I remember it as soon as he said that. I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." It was just a rash. It was like eczema, or like, yeah, I think it was like an eczema on his groin. And just because it's the same place doesn't mean it's the same. Like they've given this like a specific name, like this lump, and what needs to be done. And yeah, and the guy was really good. He was like, "Look, it doesn't sound legit. It doesn't sound like it's, a reason. I think you've got a case." He was really good actually. And he goes, "Look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer it to the review panel. It could take 15 to 30 days. So please bear with us. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you a month's free insurance, and if it comes back and they still don't want to pay, then I'll cancel it for you." So he was really good. Yeah, so oh, okay. Oh, I'll remember that. I'll try and be a bit more positive. I'll try and be a bit more positive, Maurice. It's so hard doing positivity when you're doing Uber and DoorDash at times. Like, it's so hard. Mm. But a lot of these big channels like Auto Hustle, London Eats, they could put nothing in their title. They could do a crappy thumbnail. They could put Friday session. They'll still get viewers. They'll get heaps of viewers. You know what I mean? It's harder if you're a new channel and you are trying to get viewers. You kind of need those clickbait type titles, or those search titles that people are looking at. You know what I mean? Like, whilst I do get it, like, it's annoying, like, I've seen some channels, I just click off them, I'm like, "Yeah, okay," but, you know, you also try, like, if something happens, in that video, like, even if it's a few seconds worth, like, you can use it as a title, just try and I mean, I don't like doing it, but it's amazing. It's it's amazing how many viewers you get from something like drama, and it's annoying, like, but yeah, it's kind of like you play with your strengths. We're gonna learn through Morris. And then some people just love the drama. Some people just don't like the boring, "Oh, ride along video number 105." You know what I mean? And then other people that are already established can put that shit out there because they've got the viewership. They've got the supporters. They don't need extra subscribers. You will learn anything from an old fart that gets up at 5 a.m. in the morning to watch people on Love it, Maurice, love it. So what's everyone's plans this weekend? I'm gonna go and check in on my son in a bit because he went to bed last night with a fever. He's had flu all this week. He's only came home last night to our house and he was okay. And then we went out, did a bit of door dashing Uber Eats, and we went back and he was asleep and sweating his room off. It was terrible. We went in there, his whole pillow was soaking and he didn't know where he was. He fell asleep and yeah, he just went straight to bed. I gave him some Panadol and he's literally been asleep 12 hours. So hopefully he's sweated it all out and he's on the mend. But yeah, he came home for the first time yesterday for the week and he's not well. So I'll check in on him. Other than that, I might go out and do a bit of gig work today, maybe. I don't know, like, or maybe save it for tomorrow. Saturdays have been hard work lately going out. It's almost not worth it. I don't know why. Sundays are great and Fridays are okay and Friday nights are generally good. But yeah, so I might do that. We're not meeting my friend to play pokies this weekend. The slots, not doing that. That's next weekend. But just have a chill out weekend, really. Um, no big plans, but what's everyone else's plans? Yeah, he'll get better. He just needs to rest. He needs his mom, right? His dad's home's pretty shocking. Like, oh, they've just yeah. I won't go into that, but at least he's home now with his mom. You're a positive person in my generation, and you know that's rare. I must admit, really struggle with being positive. I'm amazed you guys are on my channel because I'm the opposite of positive, don't you find? Oh, I've I feel like, yeah, I'm not always positive. I try. I think I moan and complain a lot. Big plans. You don't have any. Nah. I think those weekends are the best, right? I do feel like going to play some slots though, but I don't think I will. Save that for next weekend. Spend some time with the kids. Do the usual housework, boring stuff like that. Before you know it, it'll be Sunday afternoon and I'll be dreading the Monday. I bet you don't no longer dread Mondays, Morris. That must be so nice waking up on a Monday and not having that care factor, like I just can't wait to that feeling. I've got the lottery on tonight and I am gonna win. Oh, you think I'm positive? Yeah, realist whenever there's more freaking. Maybe that's it. I'm more of a realist. Reality sucks. Oh dear. No, like, I mean, what you put out in the universe, I'm a big believer in manifesting stuff, and I just need to work on that, work on positivity. Yeah, 100%. Look at this way. Twice I've been told your life's sorted out and you're going to die. It's made me realize that life isn't bad as Yeah, I think so. When you've had that experience, Maurice, it definitely does turn you into different. By the way, if you ever comment on London Eats channels or Auto Hustle, just say Dash with Nick sent you. I'll be interested to see what they say. Maybe I could get my name out there. Oh dear. I keep sending everyone to London Eats channel. Well, I say everyone. I mean, he doesn't need my help, right? As if London Eats or Auto Hustle needs my help. Oh, yeah, 100%. Anytime. I mean, I haven't had that experience, so I haven't been in that, but I'm sure if I did, I would be thinking the same. So you're completely right. And thank you for sticking with me for these lives, you guys. Like, I don't know what I'd do if you guys didn't show. I'd have no one. So my anxiety goes now every Saturday morning. Of Tuesday was really weird. Like it was like hardly anyone showed on Tuesday. There was a couple which was really nice. They stayed and some ghost hunter and he does like ghost hunting on YouTube. And that was pretty interesting. But it was completely different people that I've spoken to before. And it was a bit anxious because the normal people weren't there, and, I just get really bad anxiety. "Oh my god, how's this chat gonna go?" But it went okay, but if Tuesdays start being a bit crap, I might just keep the Saturdays and then just do a live on the road on Sunday when I get my SIM. Like, as in, it won't be the same live as this, it will be just more like, "I'm on the road, this is what I'm getting." Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, I mean, it probably won't do any good. Maybe do it on a recent video that's just come out, and like that might like help a bit. But oh, I know you do. You look forward to these. No, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Give that a star. I forgot to give stars today. Don't forget to like the video. I think I'm gonna stop telling people to subscribe to my channel. I think I'm gonna stop that because, like, I think you can get obsessive about it, and I noticed, like, I think I watched one of London Hustle's videos yesterday, and he says he never normally asks people to subscribe to his channel, but he does because 'cause he's been offline for so long because he had car troubles, and I think, yeah, maybe I should stop asking people to subscribe. Either they wanna subscribe or they don't. As long as they're viewing the content, that's the main thing, isn't it? Whether they subscribe or not. Oh, yeah, no, that's okay, Maurice. I figured you must be doing that, completely good. But, yeah, I did miss you, but you did watch the replay, so, uh oh, yeah, sorry, sorry. What was I saying would do no good? Oh, me, like, as if I'm gonna help their channel. Little old me. Oh, dear. But, yeah, it's funny, I looked at my report, and most people that view me are in Australia and then the US. But, it's funny how YouTube can work out where you're based. And my hours are slowly increasing, which is amazing. I think these lives are helping. I think I'm at 2,600 hours now, since January. So another 400 hours, and then I can do the one, and then another 1,000 hours. I can get the ads. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's going to take time, and it's just hard work, isn't it? And consistency. It is so hard. Like, I watch so many of these, how-to tutorials on YouTube, and so many people give up on YouTube. It is really hard, and you can have the best video, the best title, the best thumbnail. It doesn't mean your video is gonna get out there. It's just a matter of, I guess, some people are just lucky and their video gets out there and others don't. Oh, you're amazing. That's probably why my hours have gone at. Is that on my, what you call it? My, replays, my vlog, yeah, the replays, the playlist. Oh, thank you, Morris. I've got my old work wife who we worked together for ages. She's like, I've got you in my background while I'm working, and it's so cool to hear your voice. And I said, you can turn the volume down, you know. She's like, no, I love it. She's been pulling me on every day. Oh, thanks, Maurice. I think the live replays are just as long as the vlog replays now, because obviously the lives I can talk for an hour to two, whereas the other ones, like, there might be 80 or 90 videos, but they're only like 10 minutes long. I am trying to make my normal videos longer, but it is hard. Yeah, we thank you, Morris. Love that. Give you a star. Don't know what the stars do. Yeah, no. It all helps, right? It all helps. I mean, not that I don't think the next membership makes really much difference. I think it just means people can buy memberships. I think you can have a shop, a YouTube shop, if you want to have some merch, which I'm not sure I'll go that way. But yeah, slow and steady wins the race, and consistency. Consistency is the key, right? Just got to not give up. Just keep going. Don't get down by a 10 out of 10 video. That's the hardest thing. Like when you look at, I think my latest video on Friday I put out, I thought it was quite a good video, and that's got a 9 out of 10. It's a real kick in the teeth. And Maurice, I've been doing like you know how the now when I upload it's so much easier. So thank you for your advice. Like, because even though I was doing what you were saying, I was doing it manually each time. Whereas now I went into the settings and it's the default. So every time I do it's already in there. The only thing I need to click on now is that I've got the sponsor, and no, it's not altered content. That's the only extras I have to do, which is pretty simple, and put the timestamps in and change the music. Each time, obviously, I have different music, so it's so much easier now. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I was already doing those things, but having it already pre-done, it's just a lifesaver. I did it with my other channel too, and that's made a big difference. Just not having to like go back out and copying and pasting it and then go back into, and also changing my description at the first paragraph. I think you mentioned that. Rather than say, please like and share and subscribe, I now put a little paragraph now. Do you ever wonder what it's like to do, gig work, whether you can make money? Is it worth it? And put that in the front. So whether that helps or not, I don't know. Oh, you've been recording. You just need to edit. Oh, yeah. Editing can suck. I reckon for every hour I have content of, it takes me an hour to edit. So if you do an 8-hour day, you're roughly looking about 6 to 8 hours of editing, depending on how you do it. Depending on your editing skills too. If it's new, it's going to take you longer. I'm getting pretty quick at it now. But I do use 2 platforms to edit in. I do it first in DaVinci because I like their titles and I like certain features of DaVinci, how I can blur, and then I go back into iMovie and finish it. So I compress it, upload it, and then I put it into iMovie. So it's really like doubling up, but I prefer it that way because there's features in both that I love, and I prefer to do there. No, he hasn't got a channel yet. I think he's gonna get one. I think he's starting to. I don't think it's out there yet, is it, Morris? Like, you're working on it. You've only just started door dashing this week. But I'm sure when your first video comes out there, we'll plug it here and get you some traffic. Your music choice is spot on. Oh, thanks, Morris. That's what the algorithm reads. I think it's the first 135 characters. Well, let's give it a go. I've only just started doing it in the last couple of videos. Although I must admit, as soon as I gain subscribers, I lose subscribers. And I think it's because people see my content that have subscribed from my weight loss channel and then they unsubscribe, which is fine. They're slowly going for those that don't want to stick around. I get it. Oh, is he? You're into IT though. I reckon you'd be really good about that. I also want to do like a Facebook course, like you know how you can sign up to learn more about, because I feel like I know a lot about YouTube and I know what works. Obviously, a lot of it is just luck, the algorithm. If someone's watching your video, like if someone just tunes into your video for 5 seconds and leaves, that's telling YouTube that, you know what, your content's not that great. I'm not hanging around. Whereas if people are sticking around, they're liking it, they're sharing it, they're watching the full video, that's telling YouTube, okay, your video is pretty good. And then they put it out to more people. I get that. And I've done so much research on YouTube over the years and editing. Like I feel that I've taught self-taught from the past 5 years, but now I'm trying to get into Facebook because I know that's another stream that, especially for our NK slots channel, I feel that that could be pretty good for a slot channel. More than Dash with Nick, maybe that won't be so big. I think I need to focus on the NK slots for Facebook as well as YouTube. But anyway, there must be a course you can do where you learn about Facebook because I think Facebook's a lot harder than YouTube in some ways. Oh, I think they're both really hard. Well, if you ever need help, shout. Not that I'll probably be I keep telling my husband he should get like a truck channel, like because he does furniture delivery and he's interstate. I said, oh, you'd be amazed how many people would watch that, but he doesn't have time to edit. I'd have to be the one editing it for him, and as if I have time for that. Yeah, do a full week first. And also like maybe don't even film content yet. I've got a friend in Florida actually, the Shrinking Shadow. She has her own channel, but she hasn't put stuff out there for ages. She did weight loss content and she's so sick of weight loss content, but she does a bit of Uber Eats and DoorDash and she's thinking about and she's got the GoPro and everything. And I said, well, get used to doing the food deliveries first, get an expert, and then start recording because you want to be comfortable and you want to know your areas and your restaurants. So yeah, but my experience in certain programs, I could probably learn it, but I don't have experience. Yeah. But then you know what? You gain experience from learning it. But yeah, it is quite interesting how YouTube works. But sometimes you can just be a lucky YouTuber that gets one video that gets put out there that goes viral. But then saying that, I see some YouTubers that do gig work, their videos hit viral and I say viral, they get like, it's not that viral, but they get more views than me. They get 5,000 views for a video. But then their next video only gets 100 views. So they're like normal like me. So it doesn't really mean much. It's like, yeah, okay. I think as when I spoke to this YouTube expert and he gave me some advice a few months ago, he said the only way, like YouTube, it's like getting one video out there and getting 3,000 hits or 5,000 hits is great. But if you're consistently doing that, that's when you know your channel's doing well and you're consistently getting those views. Was it a shit show? Maurice was like learning as he was going, but that's just normal. Like I said, I started gig work in mid-November. I didn't put my first video, I think it was like the 11th of January. So I took 2 months. It took me 2 months to figure out whether I was going to do it. I thought about it. And then I was like, well, do I start a new channel or do I just take over my old channel that I wasn't really using? And that's what I decided to do. So, in some ways, I'm glad I used my old channel and took over. But then in some ways, I wish I started a new channel. It might have been easier for the algorithm. And yes, I would have been starting from scratch. But I think, like, if I put a weight loss video out there, I've got one video that's got 7,000 views from my weight loss video about 3 months ago. I wish I could do that but it's almost like YouTube's got used to me doing weight loss content. And maybe it's putting my dashing videos out to weight loss content people, which obviously they're not going to watch. Obviously, they're not going to watch my kind of video if that's not what they're into, if they're into health and weight loss. So I think maybe I stuffed up, and I've read when I've actually seen a lot of people who've changed their niche and they've used their channel and they've said it's taken them 6 months for YouTube to actually figure out their new content. Um, Editing looks daunting. I love it, it's fun, and I think you grow as you go on, and you look at the first video I ever did on the 11th of January, it's pretty shit. I used my phone actually, but it's a start, and you gotta start somewhere, and, you know, and, when you started doing YouTube back then, did you think you'd be still doing it? I I had no idea. I always wanted to do YouTube because I watched a load of YouTubers, but I normally watch weight loss content, and I thought it would be really fun to put it out there, and I didn't think I'd be able to do it, and, I remember when I first decided to do it, and I was asking a few work colleagues, and they were like, they came up with the name Dash with Nick, and I mean, Nick Gets Fit, and I went from there. And yeah, I didn't even see a future. And this expert, I was like the one I paid for. He was really good, and he says, whatever you put out now, you've got to see yourself. What are you going to be doing in 5 years' time? If you're not going to be doing this in 5 years' time, you need to really think about where you want to be in 5 years' time. And I guess weight loss was never my 5 year. I can talk about it now and again. I'm happy to put the odd video of weight loss out there, but I think I see myself doing this in 5 years' time. So which is really good. Yeah, algorithm is confusing. Yes, you did. You stuck with me, but I would have put it on my old channel, my Nick Gets Fit. I would have put, "Hey everyone," and I would have kept sharing my videos going, "Hey, say Dash with Nick, check out my new channel," and you probably would have subscribed to my new channel, you know what I'm saying? So I would have still mentioned my channel on there and would have said, "Go and check out," and you would have joined, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is keeping my content, I think it has screwed things up quite a bit, because I see other people that have just started 6 months ago and they've got 1,000 subscribers like that. Because their videos are getting out there. I know it takes time, and I probably put too much pressure on myself. Well, 100%, and I honestly don't regret having the weight loss channel. I'm glad I did it. It gave me so much experience editing, like how to do uploads on. I didn't know any of that. I had to start from scratch. Like I think I did what Maurice did, and I just did research on things like Video IQ and all those different big channels out there that put YouTube advice out. But what I'm saying is, I don't regret having the Nick Gets Fit, but I think what I did wrong is I should have perhaps started a new channel rather than, and I would have kept Nick Gets Fit and still done some weight loss content on that, but I would have also said, "Hey, if you really want to check me out, go check out that." So that's what I probably went wrong on. But hey, hindsight, it's a great thing, isn't it? And those that still want to watch me will. That's right. And if they don't wanna watch, then leave, that's fine, like, I'm glad they unsubscribe, but there's nothing worse when you hit a new, like, target, say you've just got 1,250 viewers, and then one person unsubscribes, and then it goes 1,240, it goes back to the 4, and you're like, "Oh." And I shouldn't look at the numbers, and I shouldn't check. I should do it once a day. And I feel I get obsessive about it. Yeah, I know, 100%. But I think what he meant as in, sort of like, do you enjoy what you're doing right now? Because if you do, then that's something you see. Whereas when I first started, maybe I didn't even have a plan. Like I was just trying to lose weight and just put my experience out there. And I'm so glad I did. I really am. And I've learned so much. But I think what I should have done is just start up a new channel. Yeah, 100%. Some people just like you for your personality, right? So, um, if they're subscribed to your weight loss, they will still watch you for whatever you do. I mean, I could go and work in Bunnings and do me stocking shelves in Bunnings, and people would probably still watch that, you know? If they like watching me, I don't know, but if they don't, then they're not gonna watch me regardless. If they didn't really watch me when I was doing my weight loss content, or, you know, sort of have any connection, then they probably wouldn't, you know, sort of stick around. But yeah, I'm so grateful for you guys, I really am. Well, that's what I read too. Never delete an old video. I keep giving stars out now. I'm obsessed with it. Never delete an old video because you never know when it's going to go. Like, you could have a video that's a 10 out of 10 for this week, and then all of a sudden it's a new trend that someone's searching, or a new keywords that someone's searching. And then all of a sudden, like, I've seen some videos out there that have been out for like a week, and then all of a sudden they've started going up and up and up. And yeah, they may not have thousands of views. Even my video that had 7,000, it's got 7,000 views on my Monjaro. I think it was like 8-week update. The first 3 or 4 days, I only had like 100 views or 150 views. So what does that say? You know, and then all of a sudden, obviously more people started watching it and think, oh, that's something I'm interested in. And then YouTube gets the idea, oh, yeah, that's what keeps them. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and I don't think you're ever too old to learn this stuff, and you're always learning something new. Always. Just when you think, okay, I think I've, you know, then you start changing things up, like me with the headpiece and having a view, like a point of view from the driver. I think maybe that might, a bit like what Auto Hustles does. I think, you know, you're just always evolving and changing. And like London Eats, he has this 360 camera and he puts it on his bike. Like, my husband's like, you should get one of them for the car window so you have like a 360 view of your car. And I'm like, oh God, no. I think I've got enough going on. Like, some of them get drones as well. I'm like, I think I keep it where it is at the moment. But you're always evolving anyway, is where I was getting at. I guess never stick to, you know, just always change it up a little bit. Surprise people. But on that note, I'm gonna go check in on my son, see how he's feeling, and really, yeah, decide whether I'm gonna go out there and do some gig work and see what it's like. It stopped raining now, which is good. I don't know if you can see the sun's started to come out a little bit, which is good. Oh, I tried to be as quiet as possible. Hopefully, I didn't wake anyone up because my mum's back from the UK now, and normally I'd be doing this in her house. But how inconvenient that she's back and I have to sneak somewhere in the house and try and be quiet. Uh, yeah, under completely love that. We've got to keep learning, keep evolving, keep trying something new, and just changing it up a little bit. Because yes, thank you, Z and Maurice. Thank you for spending some time, and Grandma Moore, she was here. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate it. Enjoy that. Well, I've had my coffee, but you enjoy your fuel. And yeah, take care, guys. And either see you on Tuesday, or obviously I'll see you on next Saturday. Or if you want to tune in tomorrow, if I get my SIM card, I'll be on the road tomorrow, probably from 7 o'clock my time. So this time tomorrow, I could be on the road. But obviously it depends if I get my SIM or not. Depends when that gets delivered. See how my live goes on the road. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll just be like, okay, yeah, I won't be doing that as much. But thank you so much for joining me. Have an amazing weekend, and yeah, and we'll see you either Tuesday or Saturday. Take care. Appreciate you. Bye. Thanks, Z. You got in there just before I was ending it. Take care, guys. Lots of love.